Welcome back to my channel. I'm Yvonne Davis. I am an astrologer and author of The Power of Manifestation, Creating a Life You Love, and In the Magic Flow, A Journey of Personal Transformation. So this is my channel where I do astrology and manifestation videos. And today I am doing a video on decluttering. I chose this topic because of the particular alignments that we're experiencing right now. We just had a new moon conjunct Neptune in Pisces with Mercury retrograde in Pisces, and Uranus just moved into Taurus, which completely changes the energy, which I'm going to talk about a little bit. And also we had some really nice supportive energy from Mars in Taurus sextiling the new moon, and Saturn in Capricorn sextiling the new moon. So those two are trining each other as well. So with this energy, I was saying that a lot of what, the sun is shining. Okay, so a lot of what is coming with this energy, this really strong Pisces energy with the support of Mars and Saturn, but also with the Mercury retrograde, is there's this need to release. And I thought to myself, oh, a perfect topic for this kind of energy is decluttering. So so I want to talk about that, but not just what we normally think of decluttering, like, look at all those books back there. I love books, but I could probably stand to declutter a little bit. Although it's not about just getting rid of stuff. It's about really getting clear about what you value. And with Uranus moving into Taurus, that's exactly what this energy is about. It's about sort of rebooting your value system, re-evaluating what you value. Because, you know, when we get into kind of a habitual behavior, we don't always reconsider the things that we value. We just kind of move in a habitual pattern, and the clutter kind of builds up around us. And so what Uranus is doing is Uranus is saying, bringing in this energy of newness and saying, and kind of blasting things open and saying, hey, are these things in your life what you really value? So I'm suggesting that you take some time to really go deep and consider, reconsider what it is that you value in your life. So part of this and the energy of a new moon conjunct Neptune in Pisces is very much about spirituality and releasing and letting go. And then with Mercury retrograde in the sign of Pisces, it's really reinforcing that idea of going deep, of reevaluating, of releasing things that you don't need anymore. So this is about decluttering. But again, I don't just mean the physical things. I'm even talking more about a psychic decluttering. So I wanted to give you some examples because I kind of see like three areas. One would be letting go of old thought patterns, old emotions, old habits, things that are sort of weighing you down because they don't really suit your life anymore. They aren't really in alignment with your values anymore. So that's just psychic clutter that you can eliminate. But then there might also be things in your life, like maybe commitments that you've made, you know, just the things that you do in your life that aren't necessarily serving you either. And then, of course, there are the physical objects. So one thing I would suggest is to take some quiet time and meditate, but I don't necessarily mean meditate like sitting in you know, the lotus position with your eyes closed and saying Om, you know, eliminating your thoughts. That's fine. That's a good thing to do. But I'm really talking more about like getting into a meditative state of self-connection. So you can do that in lots of different ways, like for going for a walk, go to a park, sit on a bench, take your journal, get some quiet time, you know, alone to relax and self-connect. So sitting in nature in a quiet place can be really good if the weather's conducive. If it's not, you know, maybe you could find like indoors, maybe make a fire, sit by the fire with a cup of tea in your journal, or a hot bath, like a candlelit bath, you know. So there are lots of ways that you can find time to be alone, to self-connect and get just really relaxed, and let the thoughts quiet down in your mind so you can self-connect. And then you can journal about the things that you're ready to let go of, you know, really start to kind of shed that stuff, all that psychic clutter, and get deeper into your core values. Like maybe they've changed over time. This is a perfect time to begin looking at them again and see if you really are in alignment with what you value. Or maybe you've been running your life based on what other people value, you know, like your parents, or your spouse, or your boss, or your children, or society. You know, so many things can come into play in the course of our lives that cause us to take a certain path, and then at some point in our lives we realize, wait a minute, that's not really me. That's not really what I value. So this is a time to be looking at that. And then you can make a list, you know, when you're in that quiet time of self-connection, then you can make a list of the things that maybe you want to eliminate from your life. Now, some of them are probably easy, you know, like eliminating debt, eliminating excess fat, unhealthy diet, reduce stress. So you can think about any stresses in your life that you don't need. You can eliminate those. Eliminate toxins. So unhealthy food is an example, but there may be other toxics in your environment that you could eliminate. And release repressed emotions. This is really important. This is really important in terms of letting go and releasing psychic clutter. We all have emotions. Unless you're enlightened, most of us have emotions that we've held on to from the past, that we've repressed over the years, that we have not released. And so if you notice any emotions coming up, you know, when you're doing this reconnection with yourself, or just moving through your day, keep this in the back of your mind. The key to releasing emotions is not to repress them or ignore them or tell them to go away, but rather to give yourself empathy. So for example, if you feel sadness, you know, maybe it may be free floating. When it's free floating, then you know for sure it's from the past and you're just releasing it in order to heal and cleanse yourself psychically. But it may come with a story, you know, of something that happened. Maybe you had, you know, a situation where you felt like somebody did you wrong. They lied to you, or they hurt you, or they betrayed you, or they ignored you, or whatever. Or they passed you up for a promotion, or they stole from you. You know, they ran you off the road. You know, all kinds of things. And so if you want to release this old psychic energy, and these old emotions and old wounds, the key is to let go of the story. So all of us experience pain in life. That's just it's natural for being a human being on planet Earth, because we experience polarity. So we have pain and pleasure. That's natural. But suffering is when you hold on to the story and you don't want to let go, because somehow you think if you hold on to your feelings of anger and resentment, and hold on to that pain, and that sadness and that grief, or the fear and anxiety, whatever it is, you know, because you have that story of that someone did something wrong or something happened that shouldn't have happened, then you hold on to that emotion because you think somehow by holding on to it, you can make sure it never happens again, which is faulty thinking. And ironically, actually, the more we hold on to that old suffering story and the emotions that go with it, we actually attract more. So releasing is actually a much safer way to go, though it does open us up to being more present in life, which feels more vulnerable, and that can be scary. But deep down inside, we actually get stronger. So, so that we can be vulnerable on the outside because we're strong on the inside. So I'm talking about releasing all that psychic clutter that you don't need anymore. This is a perfect time energetically and astrologically to do that. So that's where I would start, is start with the psychic decluttering, and then move to all the things in your life, you know, that, okay, this isn't working for me anymore, that's not working for me. Maybe there's some toxic relationships you want to let go of, commitments that aren't serving any purpose anymore in your life, and junk, you know, just go through and decide, like clothes, you know, especially with the March, you know, we can move into spring cleaning and decluttering our homes, getting rid of clothes that we don't need, objects we don't need, furniture we don't need, and just clean out the clutter. So that's my video for today. And I want to say again that the reason why I felt like this topic was so important is because if you want to move forward in manifesting and creating and attracting and bringing new things into your life that really are in alignment with your new values, or even old values, the key is conscious values, then you have to let go, because it, you know, clutter, whether it's psychic, emotional, mental, relational, or physical, it blocks manifestation. It energetically blocks manifestation. So you want to clear out that stuff, and this is the perfect time to do it. So I hope that was helpful and encouraging and inspiring. I hope you'll, you know, take some of these strategies that I suggested and put them into effect. I'm sure that you will not regret it. And I will see you next time in my next video. So take care. Bye-bye.